I'm in the level 1 floor plan. I have on my east-west reference plane. Notice that says EW. It's not the stair reference plane. Then I have this reference plane on. That's the CL. And then that's the primary east-west, or north-south center line, I should say. And those are the two that we've been using. The intersection of those is what we've been using for these curves. So let's clear this out a little bit. I'm going to click on that. Go to my drop-down hide category, just to get a few things out of here. Cleans it up a little bit. Right-click, zoom in region. Outer circle, radius of 48. Inner circle, let's give it a radius of 40. Go to architecture, stair. We want to create our stair with a 3'6" width. Exterior support right will be our location line. Our railing will be guardrail pipe. And the position will be on stringer. Tell it OK. I'm going to come over here, tell it we want center end spiral. I'm going to find the same intersection we've been using there as our center point. Come up here and click right here and drag this like that. Once it says 0 rises remaining, click, and let's finish. We can see here, if we zoom in, that in terms of the number of risers that we have a total of, in terms of our treads, I should say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, I could have just clicked on this, edit stairs. You'll see 21 here. That we always have one less tread than we have risers, because this ends up at the top of the floor level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the center line of all those, which is going to be, if I go here, line, from right about here, find this midpoint. That should be, if you count up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, right to there, 11. We should be able to grab that midpoint right there and draw from there this model line down to that same center point we've been using. There. Click on the stairs, use your control key, get that model line. Both those are selected. Go to rotate. Make sure copy is not on. Go to place. Select our base point. I'm going to scroll down here a little bit. Find that center. And then let's go up and find anywhere on that line that's right there that we created the center of the stairs. Click, and now reposition it anywhere along this center line. That's certainly as centered as we need to be here. So if I zoom in, we should have this condition here. If I go to my radial angle, annotate, radial, if I find this outer edge here, should have some slightly goofy dimension, I'm guessing. Nope, 36.2. That's what we want. Okay, so that's first off, if you haven't used the radial dimension, it's that easy. So we want a circle that's going to have a radius of 36.2 for our next circle. So I go again to Model Lines, Architecture, Model Line, Circle. Scroll down here, find the center. Let's just place it and tell it we want that to be 36.2. Okay, that's what we're going to need to use for our next floors up above. Let's click on these two doors. Using my control key, I select both of those. Don't worry about the tag. Let's copy these to our clipboard. Then go to Paste, Align to Selected Levels. We want level 2 and 3. Make sure you don't have level 1. Tell it OK. So now we have those doors up above. Let's click on the stairs. Select levels. Remember, this goes from level 1 to level 2. We want it to go up to level 3, so select levels. We can go to the south elevation. Actually, any elevation view or section view will work. And it says I can attach it to any of these other levels that are here. I just want this level here. Click. Finish. 3D view. If we scroll around, yeah, computer doesn't want to help me out here. Let's change this display to hidden line. Zoom in region. And we should see our stairs there. What we need next is some floors and some railings. Let's go to our level 2 floor plan. I'm going to close our views here, with the exception of this one, just to save a little resources on my somewhat limited computer. Zoom in region. Right click. Zoom in region. So there we see the doors we've just copied up. And what we're going to do now is create the floor slab here. We're going to modify that. So let's do a crossing selection. Go to Filter, check None, turn on Floors, tell it OK. Now, edit boundary. And let's start by creating an arc. Then you can use this same center. Now notice that I can see my other reference plane there, which is probably not a good plan. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this because I should turn that off. It was turned off in the other level, but not this level. So if I click on that, that should say Stairs Center Line. Let's hide that element here. Now let's go back and edit our floor. I'm just going to tab till, see if I get the floor selection there. There it is. Edit boundary. And I'm going to do an arc. center ends arc. Find our same center point here. Did I find it? I'm not sure. Yeah, I got the right one. I'm going to come over here and click right about there. There we see that new one there. So that should be 36.2. We should see that there. Okay, now let's go to arc again. Go from here. We're going to go, in this case, out to here. That's going to work. Let's go to line. I'm going to go from here up like this, and then from here, oops, I got to hit escape by chain on. Line up to here. Zoom in region. So how are we going to tweak this up? We need a couple more lines. I do a line from anywhere here. Grab that to make sure I've got it. I can just do that. We'll use extend. This way I just know for sure I got it exactly on there. Line here to there. Notice I did the dashed line. Let's go to extend. To there. Could do extend multiple. There and there. And extend there and there. Did I get that one? I'm not sure I did. Unjoin elements. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's try trim extend to corner. Maybe that'll work better. There, we got that one. So actually this line should probably be in here a little bit further, but that's fine. Let's go to a line. I'm going to click here, anywhere on that. Bring that over. Here, anywhere on that. Bring that over. Trim extend. Clean up those edges. Oh, we missed an arc. Sorry, guys. Let's do trim extend here. And we need another arc yet. Do trim extend here. That was a little shortcut I could have used there, but that's okay. Let's go back here to arc. Make sure we got our center point right there. And I'm going to find this point and then that end point. Trim extend to corner. Now let's go ahead and split this floor. Right there. Trim extend to corner. Notice I'm not going around the doors this time. Okay, so this floor, if someone comes out of this door here, they would be able to go to here and go up, or come here and go down. So, I guess we really don't even need this one here, do we? Because this one goes, yeah, this one goes up. So we need to be able to go down, and then we need to be able to go up. So yeah, that's what we need right there. So now we've got that. Again, let's follow this around. It goes here, stops, goes up, stops, goes in, like that, up there like this. Down to here, and this piece is gone. If we go to finish, so let's zoom to where we can kind of see what's going on here. I'm going to click on that section I need to drag that section mark up because I want to be able to see what's going on. And for right now, I'm going to flip that to where I can see the bubble. And I'm going to move that line right towards, pretty much right in the middle there, like that. And let's go to that section. If we're zoomed out, we want to zoom in right here. Now notice that we need to expand this. And then these guys are going to be in the way too, so let's zoom out 2 times. Make sure our levels are all over there. Got our problems right here with these. We'll be turning these off, but let's just go ahead and manipulate these. Click that, drag that down. I think we should move them out just a little bit further. Those little guidelines to help. There, that looks a little bit more reasonable. Anyway, what we can see here is there's our floor. We see our floors are cut out. We could use the floor cut tool. We'll go ahead and clean it up anyway in plan. But before we do that, we need to get some more railings in here. So go back to level 2. Go to Architecture, Railing. Verify that it's guardrail pipe. And we're going to use this tool. Click here. Find our same center point we've been using. I'm going to go here to about right to that point. You'll get the endpoint snap. You go to your left, click. Before we do anything, I want you to go to Offset. Make sure copy is not on, and that should be set to 2 inches. I'm going to offset that to the inside. There. Let's go to Finish. Don't worry about that error. We want to flip that to the outside, but let's go to that section we just created or just modified. And we're going to see that railing has a handrail there, which we don't want. How do we fix that? Let's go ahead and move your mouse around so you get that. That one's selected, so that's the one we're going to modify. Go to Edit Type, Duplicate. We're going to call it 2710. Leave guardrail pipe. And then no HR for no handrail. Then your initials. Whoops, let me back that up. Tell it OK. And for this one then, let's scroll down and see there's a top rail is this component up here. We want a top rail. What we don't want is the handrail. So what we can do is here under Position, None. Tell it OK. That takes that away. So that becomes the handrail. We just created a new handrail type. Back to level 2. Let's go over to this bit here, and we're going to do handrail again, or railing again. Railing. Cancel. And I want this. Find my center point. Notice, see, I got that little errant one there I don't want. And I'm going to go from here to here. And line from here to here. And let's go to offset. Again, it's set to 2 inches. Offset this to the inside. This one should probably line up with that, and I believe that's 2.5, so that should be 1 1/4. So let's go ahead and undo that. Offset, and then go back to offset again. And we're going to set this to 0 space 1.25. That should make it match right up with that one. Yep, it does. We can go back to the 2 inches here. And go to finish. And now you'll see that that goes just like that, but we want to tell it we don't want the handrail. We could leave that handrail on, I guess. But see how they line up with those now? And we need to do the same thing here. Architecture, railing. Let's do our line first. Do our offset of 2 inches. Then go here to this. Find our center point. Now again, that 1 1/4 comes from the fact that that radius for that rail happens to be 2.5 or 2.5 inches. So if I offset 1 1/4, it should work. Okay, let's say change this back to 1.25. Make sure copy is off. Offset to the inside. I have to clean up this condition here. Let's go to finish. Oops, that's not finished. That's finished. So let's see what this looks like. Level 3. Then for this, crossing filter, did I get it? Filter, check none. Or just turn these off. Edit boundary. And again, I go here to this. Zoom out 2 times. And again, I see both my reference plans. I just want to make sure I get that one. I should have turned it off before. Oh, 2 times. Okay, which one's which? I got to find which one's which here. So the upper one is the stair center line. So we just ignore that one. And I come down here and I find the lower one, zoom in region. So I want to find that intersection. Pan up to here. Now in this case, this goes down. We don't need to come over here to go up. So whatever we do here can come all the way across. just go right here. Okay, in fact, let's go up and go offset. Remember, that's the inside rail, so we need to offset this. Let's go with 0 space 2. Well, we're going to need, if we're going down, we're going to need this going all the way along here. Yeah, 0 space 2. Where copy is off. That's fine. This will make sense here in the middle. In a minute, not a middle. Line. Here up to here. An arc. Same center point. Use this one. To here. And line. Trim extended corner. See if I'm getting this right. If I'm not confusing you too much. See, that's up there, so that's the inner handrail. So yeah, this has to come in another 2 inches. Sorry, offset 2. There. That'll be correct. So that we're going to have a railing that goes across like this. Now the floor. Let's just go ahead and do this one up. Line from here to here to here. Here. This way you don't have to use the floor join. Okay, split. Trim extended corner. See how that's slightly off? I messed that one up. There. No, didn't quite clean it up. Back to here. Once again, we go to split. There. That should be finished. No. Okay, so now we're back to finishing the railings. Zoom out 2 times. Scroll over. So I am going to go to arc after I start the railing. Oh, why is that one there? What did I do? Let's try that again. I was not paying attention. Let's try that center point again. Here to here. Much better. Let's go to offset. I'll just offset this one in 2 inches. That'll be fine. No copy on. Little line. Offset 2 inches. No copy. to the left, trim extended corner. And let's finish. I'm going to swap that one out, however, for our 2710 guardrail. Let's go back to line, railing, model line. Offset with no copy, 2 inches to the right. Arc. Again, we'll go to the outside here. Cleans that up. Let's go to offset, this time 1 1/4. No copy, but to the inside. Let's go to finish. Got to flip that. Now that should line up, so that should look okay. So we come out of here, we're going to want to flip this door to the right. We want to flip this door to the left. So if I come out here, I go over here, then go down. Once I get down to the second level, I come down here. And I could walk into this door. Let's flip these doors again. Let's do that. So I could come out of this floor and go up, or come down and go into this door, or I could go down to level 1 here. If I go to level 1 then, we see our stairs. And now one of the things we want to do is, there's stuff going on above here, so we should show this as a dashed line in an architectural plan. So I'm going to tell it, since I'm kind of done with this line now, click on that line. And I want to tell it, I want that to be a hidden line. Let's see if that's going to be too dense. No, that'll work. A hidden line indicates there's something going on above. So I can go to split. Let's see if I can give that, let's go to this hidden line. That one there. That'll be black. So if I go now to modify split, and I split that out, split it here, split it here, I can then come in and click on this and delete, click on this, drag that end in. I could have left it dashed all the way around, I guess. I need to do the other split. So there. Just graphically, that tells me there's something going on above there. There's an element above. So let's look at this in 3 dimensions now. Click on this here. Get that section. So I can get that to move. Come on. Doesn't want to move too much stuff there. Oh, it's because it's getting that line that's back there. I'm going to delete that line, see if this helps. Now we can go there. Double click here. Here we see how that's looking. We still got to fix this floor because we didn't fix that one before. Let's look at it in 3D. So we have all that fun stuff going on now. A little bit more interesting. Now let's go to our level 2. I'm going to find the floor here, filter, I didn't get the floor. Cancel. Let's try it again. Filter, check none. Floors, tell it OK. Editor boundary. And again, we could use the wall cleanup tool, but let's just do it this way. Come on, you can do it. There we go. What's my drawing with the hidden line? No, I'm fine. It wouldn't matter. Up to here. Okay, let's go trim extended corner. Just to clean this stuff up. And what did I do here? I skipped. Goes to. Oh, I see what I did. Nope. Can't do that one. Let's undo that. So I need to delete that. Well, let's just drag this line over to here. Trim extended corner. Split. Let's get rid of those guys. It's really hard without a mouse. And let's see if we can finish this. No. So that will do it for here. Zoom to fit. Save your project. Let's move to your north elevation. Click on that section. Hide element. See our reference plane. We want to drag that reference plane up. Unless we drag it up here, it will not be visible in our top of masonry level. Let's go to the east elevation. This one hasn't been set up display-wise yet. Again, here's our reference plane. That happens to be the stair. We want that one to be hidden at this point. Let's go to reveal hidden elements. There's our center line. See it? That stair center line. That one is our east-west. We want to drag that one up so that one will be visible. Not the stair, but that one. So I'm going to turn that off. Up to our level top of masonry. Oh, unfortunately, the ceiling plan. How about floor plan top of masonry? Now, let's see. Do we see our reference planes? No, we don't. Let's see if it's hidden. Yes, it is. I click here. In my case, I go to unhide element. I want to be able to see those reference planes. I want to unhide this one as well. Whoops. That should be the center line, unhide element. And let's tell it to turn this off. If I click on this, that material, or that wall type is aluminum on metal stud, 2710, okay. So I'm going to create a wall. Let's select that wall type we just saw. Not the stair wall. The atrium wall, aluminum, a metal stud with your initials. We want to draw with finished face exterior. I click here. I might have to zoom in. To about right there. And then let's tell it we want to hide this one. Let's go to wall here. By the way, that needs to be 4 feet unconnected. We need to change the other one. Okay, I want to find this as my center point. I click here, drag around to here. Tell it I want that one to be 4 foot. Now remember, AutoCAD Revit's going to remember that is your wall height, so keep that in mind. Modify, trim, extend to corner. By the way, that's going to put the exterior side to the outside right there, which is what we want. Mirror, pick axis. Go to our 3D view. There we have that parapet wall. Now what we want to do is this. We want to be able to go in and add a roof component up here. So we'll need to drag these in like we did with the other ones. So let's go to top of masonry. Once again, we go to architecture, roof, except we want defined slope off. This is going to be a flat slope, or a flat roof. Flat slope, that's a little weird, isn't it? So I'm just going to go here to line for a sketch. Click here, go to my grid lines, there. So went too far over. Difficult without a mouse. Let's just do it, go up like that, and I'll fix it. Here, center the same center point. To there. We'll use that same basic roof structure that we used before. It looks like I didn't quite get it, did I? See if I can drag that up. Whoops. Try dragging it down. There, it's going to snap. It is not liking that. So I got to change. Let me just delete that. Looks like it's not going to work. Let's try it again. Arc. Let's just draw it across like this. And that radius needs to be 48.4. It's not liking that. It's not finding the same center line. That's not going to work. There, let's try that. There we go. That fixes that problem. Here to here. Here to here. Now our base offset from level is going to be 4 feet. Actually, let's go 3/8. Let's see how that works. I think we're okay right now. Finish. Okay, I've got a problem here. Continue. Oh, down here, that line. Let's try to finish now. No. 3D view. Now, because a roof, see that's created there, it's top down, 3 base offset from level. Let's check this height. Yeah, because the roof's going to be, that needs to be 3 feet for a base offset. Not 4. Actually, let's go to 2/8. Drops it down to the inside. We'll end up having to pull these pieces in. If we had time, we could make that a glass roof. It'd be fun. It's always good to know how to do that, but we don't. So let's go back to our top of masonry level. And for right now, I'm going to click on this, drag that back to my grid line. Click on this, drag it back to my grid line. Let's run straight. Should be okay. 3D view. And that will work for right now. We'll need to edit this other bit of roof. So click Edit Footprint. And if we offset with no copy 10 to that side, it's going to bring those lines along with it. Finish. No. That will be sufficient for what we're doing right now. I think that takes care of that. Back to our level 1. Zoom to fit. So I did hit zoom to fit. There we go. Okay, and let's go to offset. And we're going to offset 2 feet to the inside. Architecture, model line. Center point there. We want to go to our perpendicular here. Now if we go to, if we look at our grid lines, that's 3 and 4. So we're going to do something really fun here. Architecture, grid. I'm going to find that center point. We're going to line it right up with that line we created right here. Just click right there and we'll drag it out once it's created. It's locked into place. And that's going to be 3.1. Architecture, grid. Let's see if we can just do it directly like this. See, it's perpendicular. Let's find the midpoint. That'll work too. See, it numbers at 3.2. Let's drag it out to here. Grid. And we want to find perpendicular, or that midpoint right there. Drag that one out. And one more. Once you click on column, load family, structural columns, steel, hollow section steel round. Click on open. We want HSS 12.5 by 1.88. Don't worry about the obsolete part. Now we actually wouldn't need a column that big, but visually it would look too thin, so let's just tell it okay. That'll be fine. Now when we place a column, notice that by default, any structural component like a column is set to depth. We want this to be height. That means we go from the level up, not the level down. We want to go up to level top of masonry. And I'm going to place that column right there, the intersection of the grid line and that 2-foot offset there. 3D view. It's important you switch that depth. So now we see we have some structure there. Only thing we're missing is the ceiling and some columns in front. That will be the next video.